So I have my original GS1100E that I bought brand new 43 years ago. It has 80,000 miles and it is a true evil twin. I have a parts bike that I've made many modifications to, including a WES COOLEY paint job, gold wheels, carbon fiber exhaust, among other things. And I like to play musical chairs with the parts. This is the carbon fiber exhaust I made years ago. The cafe seat, the gold Renthal bars. It's been a true evil twin. I've enjoyed swapping out parts constantly. So once you have a parts bike, in this case I got this parts bike from Philadelphia. I used all the bodywork. I made a WES COOLEY replica paint job with the new bodywork, which I switched onto the original chassis that had the original motor and everything in it. And so I don't have to register another bike to have two bikes. It's easy, I just changed the bodywork. Now another nice thing, you polish one engine on an evil twin, and in reality you polish two engines, two for the price of one. Now another thing with evil twins, you're paying for one registration, basically, you have the illusion anyway that you have two motorcycles, and you have the ability every time you ride the bike, you can change it out in some small way or in a big way. And I've been able to change the bodywork on the bike very quickly, and I've enjoyed having gold wheels, having black wheels, having stock wheels, having various combinations of the seat cowl, and the paintwork. Everybody that sees this thinks they don't know that in 1982 Suzuki never made a WES COOLEY replica. It's kind of a spin-off of the ones they made. I think it was 80 or 81. And in the beginning they were never brought into the United States, but this way you have to make your own. Now, if you're a purist, well, yeah, there really was no 1982 WES COOLEY replica, but hey, this is the fun of motorcycling. You do anything you want. I'm not trying to fake anybody out, and a lot of people have said they like this one better than the one that had the little faux fairing. Well, I like the way it looks, just the way it is, totally naked. No matter how many times you modify or evil twin out a GS, in the end, it's such a flexible bike, it's always a GS. Over the years, I've had fun with the exhaust systems. I've had 3 exhaust systems. This is the one I made, carbon fiber, and that was a lot of fun. People always asking about that. I have the 86 exhaust that the late Frank Straub donated to my cause, and that was just a little more rumbly than the stock one. And of course I have the one that's totally stock, and I made a mold of the rear exhaust, so I always have the ability to make another set of cones. I always thought this was pretty funny. When we used to ride to Bear Mountain, we used to hang around in Harriman Park and go up and down 106 and wind up at Perkins. And there'd be some people there from far away that came to the bike meetup, and they'd see the Champagne GS. And 2 weeks later, they'd see the blue one. They'd say, "Wow, Wendy, you're lucky you have two GSs." And there would always be somebody usually at Perkins, that'd say, "Oh, I didn't know that they made an '82 WES COOLEY bike," and yeah, and we'd go back and forth. And sometimes I think they were just trying to show me how much they knew about motorcycling, but it didn't matter. It's all in fun, and that's what's beautiful about motorcycling. Same with this, with the WES COOLEY replica as the Ferrari bikes. You can have fun no matter what bike you like. I understand the idea of evil twinning a bike wouldn't appeal to everybody, may not even appeal to many people at all, but people that enjoy swapping parts out, and I know several people that do, and making their bike a little bit different every season, or maybe even during the season, having spare sets of wheels so you can change the tires without interrupting a riding day. You can do it, have the tires already mounted on the wheels and just snap them on in one morning. It's nice to have two bikes. But no matter where you ride or when you ride, or if you ride a lot or just a little, the idea that you can have two different motorcycles for, I always say, the price of one, but by doing one registration, one oil change, one set of tires, one set of maintenance, I just think that's a nice idea. Even if the only thing you have is a different set of wheels, a different color, gold wheels, black wheels, custom wheels, to me, it changes the whole feel of the bike. But the whole thing with the evil twins that I like above all is it just gives me that feeling that I do own two registered running motorcycles, and whenever the mood hits me, I can swap them out. And all the parts I made over the years for the bike, I have them in reserve for more evil twinning. Years ago, I bought one set of every height of Renthal gold bars, gold handlebars, and I really didn't like any of them. When I was all done, one was too low, one was too far forward, one was something else. And when I put the stock bars back on the bike, I realized, as a lot of things in life, Suzuki got it right so many years ago. All the bends fit my ergonomics perfectly, and they have the weights in the bar ends built in. But it seems like no matter how you set a GS up, what bars you have on it, and this just doesn't matter. I have a custom seat. I only used it a few times. I didn't like it. Some parts come and go with the wind. I've tried different kind of tires. I always go back to the Michelin Commanders, and I'm always happy I put the EBC brake rotors on there and the steel brake lines. And toward the end of every ride, I always say how lucky I was to buy this bike new 43 years ago. I have gotten so much enjoyment out of it. Time to get back to the farm. This really was a true evil twin day. Now, if you're new to our channel, we have a very, very eclectic channel. One of the new features we have now is some of the videos are grouped into groups that you can access all the videos for one category in one mouse click. And it should be very convenient and very handy. Just check out the feature on the main screen playlist. And thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. We appreciate your support, and it makes this channel possible with all the things we do, the painting, the wheels, the polishing. And please take a second or two and hit the like button. And thanks everyone for watching.